Meet the pretend but highly professional enemy.
So I'm the bad guy. I get to go try and figure out what the enemy's doing and replicate that to the best of my ability.
64th and 65th Squadron in Nevada are the resident evil.
We give the warfighters the hardest challenge they will probably ever face.
You don't cut them any slack either, do you?
No, ma'am. We're bringing our A game at all times.
Their mantra is learn, teach, replicate.
From the start that you walk in that door, you're putting on your red patch and you're becoming the red adversary, which is to go out, learn the threat, replicate the threat, teach the threat.
Today's mission is highly complex, so after their long briefing, we decide to get in the way whilst they rush to get ready.
Can I ask what you're doing?
We're sucking all the air out because this is a dry suit, so there's no airflow in it. So if you don't suck all the air out, you get all these air pockets and you can't really move around well.
It's like a vacuum cleaner.
It is a vacuum. Yep. And then these are like booties around our feet, so no kidding. When we're in this thing, we're completely sealed. We have rubber guards around our wrist and rubber around the neck.
For the first time ever, Red Flag is being partly conducted over the ocean, and if they're fighting over water, they need to be ready to come down in water. It's uncomfortable, but necessary.
These G suits are basically rubber, the air bladders, and they're pretty much rubber. If I start sweating, it's because these things are designed to keep you warm in the cold water. So also feels like there's a small child choking you the whole time. These things are pretty tight. So this is a vest that carries our survival radio. So again, that's how we contact the search and rescue forces. And this, I have to get fitted, but this is a horse collar. So this is an LPU, so you can either deploy it yourself, or if you hit the water, it'll automatically deploy. Basically inflates, and as you can imagine, it's pretty hard to swim in all this gear, so this is what's going to keep you afloat.
This morning's sortie will see them cutting through different airspace, including LA, which is amongst the most congested in the country. The fight area is just off the west coast of Mexico, in international waters.
It should lift in case I'm unconscious. Yep. This shows the compassionate side of
the baddie.
Of the baddie, yeah. We also have these little bags that we use the bathroom in if we have to. Pretty neat, it turns your pee into gel, so it keeps it, and they even give you a little wet map in there, so.
Oh, handy.
That's how we do that. But in this, there's like 12 layers to get through to even do that, so try to avoid it.
Sounds awkward.
Super awkward. All right, we good to go? Yep. One more stop. You guys can come with me.
One last briefing. Today, the Blue Force, the good guys, have an offensive mission to escort a B-52 bomber to their weapon launch line and ensure it survives the engagement. The Red Force, the baddies, must disrupt this. They're defending their homeland. Their aim is to shoot down the B-52 and its escort fighters. It's easy to make plan A, but in mission planning, they must work through to plan Z. What if their fuel tanker is shot down? What if an aircraft has a technical? What if the weather turns?
Cold water, 4 to 8 foot waves.
These guys may look pretty badass, but admittedly, I was disappointed with their wheels to the flight line.
Oh, man.
Start when able, call we're ready. We'll see you on the radio.
Yep, we're gonna go get practice, yep. 747.
64th Squadron fly F-16s, a single-seater multi-role fighter, air-to-air, air-to-ground, lightweight, one engine so it uses half the gas. It can pull 9 Gs and travel twice the speed of sound. An older aircraft, yes, but still highly capable. They also carry advanced jamming pods. The good guys have high-tech radars and missiles. The baddies will try to mess with these to delay and disrupt their shots. And just last year, they were joined by 65th Squadron, who brought F-35s to the party.
I'm good to see you.
Although there are only 6 baddies flying today, they all have multiple lives. Each time they're shot down, they head for what's called the regeneration line. They tag the line and come back, simulating the enemy sending up more forces.
We have to not only understand the tactics and procedures that we would fly if we were on the good guy side, but we also have to understand the tactics and techniques that an adversarial pilot or a unit would use.
We have an amazing team here of Intel. They provide us updates from what they can study. We have to stay in the books, especially with the changing threat that's going on around the world. We have people in the squadron that are subject matter experts on certain things. One might be a certain fighter, one might be a certain missile, and they're going out and getting that expertise. So it's not just on the one individual to go out and try and figure everything out. It's a collective team that is going out and studying what is happening in the world.
How good are the British?
They're quite good. They're good. They've proven themselves time and time again.
The Brits, oh man, they're great. I mean, I almost got gunned by one yesterday because he had nothing but bullets left and he was still fighting. Don't give up.
The aggressor mission is phenomenal. Nothing beats when you walk into a room or the next iteration of this red flag exercise and you see people who you've trained against the previous and they say, I remember you, I died because of you last time, and that's not going to happen this time. And then when it doesn't, that means we've done our job.